Good morning, leaders. Uh, I hope you're all doing fine. I think we can start. The rest will be joining us. They will definitely going to find us. Okay, so today I just have a very simple topic that I believe is very, very much useful as we are building our business. Yeah, it's very much important when you're trying to build a business or sell the product, you are selling the products to the right person, or you are giving the right products to the right person. Because if you give a product to a person who's not supposed to even take that product, or maybe they are trying to manage the wrong thing, definitely you find out that the products didn't have much effect, or the business didn't have much impact on them. Yeah, not everything is for everyone. Everyone is unique. And because everyone is unique, they need a unique service or unique products based on their need. And that is why I came up with this so that we can um, help each other or remind each other rather on why it's very much important to profile your client or your prospect. Because if you do that, it will help you and me to understand their needs instead of guessing. Doing guesswork for the client. I think they might need that. I think I can give them that. That does not give them good results. And if they don't get good results, well, usually based on the marketing plan, if you've read the first step to manager, it advises to create 20 to 30 repeat customers, meaning if the target of making 4cc should never be coming from a new client, it should be coming from new customers. And for you to do that, you need to profile the customer so that you understand their health need. And also you profile the prospects so that you understand what they need and help them see that how our business model is able to solve their problem. Yeah. Also, it's going to increase conversion and trust between you and the client. Yeah, because usually the client going to buy things from the person that they trust. So if you profile them perfectly, it will be easy for you to retail the products and they trust you more. Yeah. It also be able to help create long-term loyal buyers and leaders, and not just like someone who was just hunted and he left hanging. Okay. So the first thing that you need to understand when you're trying to profile the client is you need to identify their real health goal. Remember, we are in health and wellness industry, so it's very much important that you profile them. You show them how uh, you know exactly. I mean, you know how what they really need and how you can solve their problem. Yeah, instead of just focusing on surface goals, go deep and find their emotional needs so that you can fix it. Because if you fix their emotional and their deep goals and desire, it will be easy for you to make a sale. Yeah. Also, it will help you find the sense of agency, yeah, and the reason for the change. Yeah. So that is why you need to understand their their health goals. Yes. So that you can increase the urgency, but also to increase the reason why they need to buy the products. Okay. Then the other thing that you need to do is you need to increase the level of awareness. Yeah, you need to understand their level of awareness. Is the person aware of their healthy challenge? Do they know their health need? Yeah, so that way you'll be able to know if they are ready to buy or not. Yeah. You need to help them see that. And in order to do that, you need to know their level of awareness about their health challenge. Yeah. If you know their level of awareness, maybe this person is not very much aware of the consequences of what they are going through. Let me give an example of someone who is overweight, right? Some people, they don't really understand the consequences of being overweight. Let me give maybe in the future, maybe they might end up having a heart problem. Maybe they are having maybe high blood pressure. They can end up with a stroke, diabetes, joint problems, sometimes even infertility. But then most people they are not aware about that. So if you talk to someone who is not aware about all those challenges, their urgency when it comes to making a decision will be based on how they look, and if the product is expensive, they are not going to buy there and then because they don't see any sense of agency. Yeah, that way you'll be able to even match your message to them based on the level of awareness that they have. If you that way you'll be able to know, okay, with this person, then I need to educate a little bit more for me to make a sale instead of making a sale right now. Because you can't educate a person just within a day. They'll feel frustrated and feel pushed and they would run away and you've lost what was supposed to be a client or a prospect in the future. Yes. Then another thing that you need to know is their health journey. Ask what they've tried before. Yeah. If you know what they've tried before, you might able to know what can work and what might not work. Yeah, you need to identify what did they really try? How was their experience? Because most people don't make a decision because maybe they used products that did not work. And because of that previous encounter, for them to make a decision now, it's going to be very difficult because they've lost trust in themselves and they've lost even trust in the market that there is a product out there that can help improve their health. Yeah, so have more details. Ask them, have you tried something before? How did it work? How was your experience? What did you use? Yeah, where did you get it from? All that information really matters to clients and also to you so that you can help them. Yeah. Also, their health journey will help you understand their beliefs and objections and the pattern of quitting. Because you can communicate to a client who were trying to lose weight. Maybe they went to a gym. They had exercised. They exercised for maybe like 15 days and didn't see the results, and they stopped. With if you're communicating with that client, it will be very they've lost trust. They don't have confidence to say they can persist with a program. So the goal now is to help them see if you are selling a C9 or any other program now on how you will be there for them, on how the program is designed in a way that makes it easy for them to keep going despite after seeing a little bit of results within a period of 9 days or 15 days if you're using um, A15, or maybe if it's Garcinia Plus they bought or Forever Lean, depending on the fitness products that they bought. But also, even with these other products, maybe they're trying to supplement because um they have got high blood pressure or they've got diabetes and maybe they don't really like taking medication, so they didn't commit to it. So that way, you'll be able to help them to see Okay, this person tried this and didn't follow through. So as for me to make sure that I get them to improve their health, I'm going to focus on making sure that I check up on them on a daily basis to making sure that they they are taking the supplements. Yes, because most people they don't keep through with the medication because after they go to the hospital and go home, the patient doctor relationship ends at the door. As soon as they leave the hospital, it's like that doctor didn't even exist, they never talked to them. But in the actual sense, the way it's supposed to be, doctor-patient relationship is supposed to continue even after you prescribe the medication. You need to know how the medication works and everything. But in mostly in our society, it's very that usually ends at the doorstep. So with that, it's very difficult for them to keep going through. Then commitment and budget. This one is very important. At Forever, we have high quality products and premium priced products. So it's very much important that you understand their level of commitment and how what they can afford. Maybe you, if possible, you can ask if they are currently working, where they are working from, so that you at least have something in mind to say based on this person's workplace and income, they might be able to make this amount of money. And then I can give them something like this so that they don't feel like we are here to just eat their money. You need to consider the other things that they are trying to work on. So ask uh, about commitment. You can use a scale to say from 1 to 10, how committed are you? Usually this one people don't like it, but if you ask it and it works, wow, you can go for it. Yeah. For me, I prefer to ask them based on their previous to say, okay, if I can help you do this, do you think you can commit to it until the end? How can I be sure that you're going to commit to the program if I can help you get started? Yeah. And then understand the discipline and the trust level that they have. Yes. Are they disciplined enough? Are they doing things that they said they will do so that you know if the person is going to fall through? Yeah. Ask for their budget length respectfully. So you say you can ask them, okay, um, based on what we discussed, maybe you tell them the price and then they tell you that okay, the products they are too expensive. I can give an example of this. Mostly we give products as combos. Let's say we have digestion combo, or maybe they have which has probiotics, foods of green, maybe three aloe vera gel and propolis tablets, and then you give them the price, but then they feel like it's expensive. So you can ask them on what they can manage, so that if you understand what they can manage, then you can choose the products that are likely to give them good results, but based on that range. If you decide to give them aloe vera gel and probiotics or aloe vera gel and fields of green, and then you advise them the reason why you've done that, and so that maybe even next month they can come and get the remaining ones so that they can be improving slowly, rather than just letting them go that no, they can't manage to get everything. Yeah. So it's very much important that you also consider that part. Okay. So that is usually I talked more on customers on how you can try to at least profile them. Yeah, but also not their business is not just about customers. It also has a prospecting side, building your business. It's also very much important that as you also trying to talk to clients, buying the products, but we're also talking to prospects. So with prospects, it's very much important that you also communicate with them um, in a different approach. Like, what is their money mindset? Yeah, because what we do is education and understanding. And for you to educate someone, first you need to understand their mind. If you understand what they think, it will be able for you easy for you to educate them. So what is their mindset? Is it they are looking for security? Is it they are looking for freedom? Is it just growth? Maybe they already have money and they just need something. Then survival, is this person completely needs something like is this person starting from zero? How you approach all of this is going to be different. I know there are many reasons why people join the business, for many reasons. For someone who is just trying to survive, the only reason for starting the business isn't um, security or freedom or growth. All they need is just to provide something on the table. Yeah. For someone who is working and they have got stable income, that person, the reason they might want to join the business is because of security. They want to be safe, to make sure that maybe in case they get fired or what happens after they retire. Yeah. So all that matters as well. Yeah. This positioning opportunity based on their mindset. Yeah, if they are trying to survive, even the testimonies that you're going to share, it has to be someone who's been trying to survive. If it's security, well, you help them see how they can feel safe with the business. That is how you need to profile your prospects. Then the other thing is you need to understand their strength. Yeah, identify their natural strength. Is it talking? Is it organizing? Then match their tasks with their strength. This is mostly after they join the business. The person joins the business and now you want to help them grow their business. So you identify what are they good at and then you help them do what they can do more. Yeah, as they are trying to learn other things. Yeah, so it's very, very much very important that you are doing that. Yes. So then the other thing is you need to understand their urgency and their vision. Ask if what would happen if nothing changes in 12 months. You know, like what are they saying? Does this person have any vision for themselves? What do they did want to achieve in the next few years? And what are the pain points? Yeah, find out what is it really that makes them wake up in the morning to go out there and do something. Is it for them? Is it for the family? What is it that is driving the person? Understanding their drive will help them you help you rather help them start the business at the right time so that they can hit their target. Yeah, you need to understand their pain points so that you can help create that motivation to get started. Yeah, you can explore their long-term goals, 3 to 5 years dream. What do they want? Where do they see? Because these are some conversation that we usually ignore and we just focus on them getting started with a business. We don't really know what their dreams are. We don't know what they want to achieve. Yeah, that way it becomes more about us, like trying to be interesting rather than being interested. Yeah, so that is why you need to understand their agents and their vision. Yeah. Also, another important thing that we need to consider is time and support. You need to know the time that the person is available. Yeah. Know the hours that they are available per day so that you can be calling at the right time. Yeah. So that you know that, okay, around this time I can call them, around this time I can do that. It's very, very much, very, very important that you do that. Because sometimes you find that this person is busy from morning until evening, somewhere around 19 or 18 hours. and you are calling them in between these hours, you feel like they're frustrating. I mean, like you're just frustrating them. You're not giving them any value. They'll feel bothered. And people, when they are tired, they usually don't respond. They'll just leave you on scene if it's on WhatsApp. Or if you give them a call, probably they will not even pick up. Yeah. This way, it will be able to even help you as an individual now to help them see like look, it's not just about working in life, it's also about creating time for your family and other things. If this person works a lot, maybe if they only have 1 hour in a day, and then you can help them see how is that 1 hour going to create their connection between them and the family. We are social beings. We need family. We need to create that sense of belonging to the family. But if they are working 24/7, they don't have much time. That's when you can help them see you can do the business from home without being pushed or without being tired. Yeah. Also, you need to be prepared. You know, you need to prepare their onboarding plan. Isn't the person so that as the person gets started, you know that okay, this person is free around this time to this time, so this is the time that I'm going to do the onboarding session. I'm going to do the training around this time. I'm going to give them what to do around this time. Yeah, I'm going to follow up on them if they had other activities to do around this time. Yeah, so that you can work around your schedule in a more effective way. Also, you identify the supportive and the discouraging environment. Yeah, because usually, if you know that the time that this person is usually available and where they are, you find out that the environment where they are, it's just so they're in a very negative environment. Let's say maybe they are working, they are in the village, or they'll feel discouraged to say, "Oh, who's going to be my customer around here? Who is going to be where am I going to find people who has enough, who are financially stable to afford these expensive products?" So now that way you'll be able to advise them to use either social media to find clients, because social media is limitless in terms of how far you can reach to your clients. Yeah. So that is how you can at least try to profile your prospects. Yeah. It's very much important that you understand that. Okay. Then the other thing that you just need to know that I didn't put here is, you know, you need to know where the person is located when it comes to prospects. You know their profession, what profession are they in? You need to know what what are their life challenges that they in their profession they can be facing. Yeah, so that as you are approaching them, you are ready with their objections. Yeah, because for someone who is, let's say, who've never had any, who are not in health or any related program, once you approach them with the business that is in health and wellness, they start thinking, okay, this business is in health and wellness, and I have nothing to do with health. So how am I going to improve? How am I going to make sales? How am I going to help customer get started with the business? You know, maybe they work in an environment where it doesn't talk, that they doesn't require them to talk to a lot of people. So they might be more like antisocial. They don't have a lot of people around them. They don't know how to talk to people effectively. Yeah. So that also will help you identify their key areas that you need to improve. Yeah. You can also find out, is this person driving? Is this person married? So that you know, okay, if this person is married, probably has got kids. And if they have kids, they need Maybe they might need something to secure for their kids so that you understand their need. Maybe if the person has got money already, despite having money, people need a sense of belonging to a certain group. They want to travel with groups. They need environment where it's more exciting. So you share that, but based on what they need. Instead of focusing on the money, you focus on the travel, you focus on free incentives, if you focus on free flights, all that, uh, based on their need as well. Yeah. So the other thing that is mostly important in our business is taking action. We can learn as much as we can, all this information, and we know we've had a number of trainings from different leaders. But then, if you don't take action, if the information is useless, you can just become more like a business professor who doesn't even own a grocery shop at any point. So it's very much important that as much as we are trying to learn, we do have 5 a.m. session almost every day from Monday to Friday. But then, if we don't take action of everything that little small information that we get, then it will not be very, very, very helpful. It will be very difficult, and we'll just be uh, professors, business professors who doesn't own any business. Yeah, it's very much important. Ignorance is on fire is better than a knowledge on ice. Trust me, leaders, this is very much important that we take action. Yeah, otherwise, this is what I just thought of sharing with you. And I don't know if you have any leaders that are having anything that they can share or questions so that we can learn together. Yeah, let's just make sure that we put knowledge on fire and and not on ice. If you do you have any questions,